Hey yogis, welcome to today's practice. Today's practice is a deep full body yoga stretch for all levels, and you don't need any props today, although they're always welcome. Alright, so let's get started. So we're going to start in a child's pose. So knees apart, feet together. Walk the hands forward and just rest here. I always say this, but you can always decide here whether you want your child's pose to be active or passive. So that just means lifting or lowering the elbows. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, side out the mouth. Great job. Come back to normal breathing. And lift up to tabletop. So you want to make sure your knees are in line with your hips, shoulders are in line with wrists. And just take a second, wobble it out, move it around. Warming up the spine and the joints here. And now roll out one of your wrists. Just take a second. And then roll out the other wrist. Great job. We're going to come to a modified gate pose here. So, face forward, come up, and stick your right knee out, just knee bent here. Your right hand is going to be on your knee, and just swing your arm up and over, getting a side body stretch. You can move your hand down to the mat once you're over. Looking up at your arm, just take one more breath here. Great job. Bring your arms forward. Straighten your bent leg. And see if you can sit back. Once you're here, if it's not too intense for you, start to walk your hands forward as you fold over. So you're going to feel this in the back of the straight leg and maybe even a little bit in the hips. One more breath. Start to walk your hands back up and meet me in a tabletop position. Bring your fingers out to the sides. Just getting a little wrist warm up, and we'll take cat-cows here. So on the inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. And exhale, dome the spine, gaze down. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Great job. Come to a neutral spine. And then meet me back, facing forward, kneeling. We'll just take the other side. So left knee out, make sure it's bent. Left hand to left knee. Swing your arm up and over as you take the side body stretch. And then you can walk your hand down. If your hand can't fully make it down, you can also grab onto your shin or your ankle. Just be here for a few breaths. One more breath here. And sweep your hands down towards the mat, towards the floor. Straighten your left leg, lifting the toes. Start to slowly sit back down on your heel. If this is too much, you can always stay upright. And then walk your hands and fold over. Great job. One more breath. And start to come up slowly and meet me in that tabletop again. We'll do a few more rounds of cat-cows, but this time let's bring our fingers behind. Alrighty, inhale for cow, exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Notice how this feels different from the last time. One more round. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Great job. Come to a neutral spine. You can bring your fingers forward. And let's stick our right toes back and down on the mat, straightening the leg. You can move up and down to get a little bit of a calf stretch. Great. Let's bend the knee. We're going to start to draw some circles with the knee in one direction. And let's switch directions. Great job. Now step it through. On the outside, we're coming into a lizard. So you can stay here. You can walk your hands out a little bit if you want more of a stretch, or you can go onto your forearms. Couple of breaths here. Wherever you are, bring your hands back to center. Bring your right hand to your right knee. And just take a little twist here. So looking up past your shoulder. One more breath in the twist. And bring your hand down. Keep your hands where they are. Start to shift your hips back as you straighten your front leg. And we're going to take that little stretch again. So see how far down you can sit. You may need to drag the mat with you like I just did. And we're going to bring both hands to the left. See if you can fold over this way. This is a little bit harder because your leg is straight out in front of you, whereas the last time it was more out to the side. And it's totally okay to round your back. Just a couple breaths here. Great job. Slowly start to make your way back to a tabletop. And we'll just take a few circles with the hips in one direction, only in one direction. We'll get to the other direction in a second. Great job. Come to a still position, and we're going to take the other side. So stick your left toes on the mat. You can move up and down. Get a little calf stretch. And then bend your knee. Start to draw circles with the knee in one direction. And then take it to the other direction. And then step it through, coming into our lizard on this side. So figure out what feels best here. If you want to walk your hands forward, keep them straight. Go on your forearms. If you have any props, you can use those. So just play around with it. Really push your knee out past your ankle. Get more of a hip stretch. One more breath. Bring your left hand to your left knee. Let's take that twist, so looking up past your shoulder. One more breath. And release. Come down, hands on the mat. Straighten the leg as you start to sit back on your heel, if that's available. You may need to shift stuff around. And then see if you can fold over just for a little bit. It may not be much of a fold, and that's okay. One more breath here. Great job. Make your way back up to a tabletop. And we'll draw those circles on the other side. So hopefully you remembered. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. If you want to know the answer to that, go back a few minutes in this video. All right, start to slow it down and come to a seated kneeling position. We'll just do one last little pose, dynamic stretching situation before we start to close it out. So interlace your fingers together. You can roll out the wrists a little bit. I know we did a lot of wrist stuff today. And we're gonna do, on the inhale, push your arms up and over as you sit up off your heels. And exhale, round and fold over as you're seated. So I want you to do this very slowly with controlled breath. Go on your own inhales and exhales. And let's do 3 more rounds. Just getting a little good morning stretch if you're doing this in the morning, or a good night stretch if you're doing this at night. 2 more. And hopefully you're on the last one. Great job. Just come up to seated. We're going to end in Shavasana. So take your time as you lower onto your back. When you get there, bring your shoulders back and down. You want an open chest here, palms facing up. And just relax the body wherever it is. Taking some deep breaths here, noticing the areas of the body that you put in the work today. Please take the time that you need to sit in silence in this practice. We are going to start to close, but I encourage you to stay here for as long as you need. Let's take a cleansing breath together. So inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Rub your palms together, generating that heat. Hover your palms over your eyes. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together, thumbs over third eye. And let's do a quick bow. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, as always, for practicing with me today. And I will see you in the next one.